Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over my second week of Survivors Club, and we're going to be going over the pulls, the events, that sort of thing, and sort of the boosts that I got this week. So first up we'll go over the pulls this time round, and some of these pulls I did do on my live stream. Here's the pulls from my first region. I'm putting it on this guy. So yeah, let go. Oof! I saw the hair. I saw hair. You know, I was like, oh my god, there's hair! Like instantly. I think it's really obvious if it's a 6-star. You know. There he is, look at the size of him. Here comes the pull. Here comes the pull. What are we gonna get? Oh, that's a 4-star. That's a 4-star. You predicted it. See, you should have said you will get Minerva. And it might have happened. It may have happened. Here we go. Last chance. We're going to be pulling with the free SC pulls this time. Not pulling with coins this time. Ah, the 4-star in this region. It's a 4-star. So those were the end of the Minerva pulls. I did decide not to save my pull for the next S class that came out and just use all my pulls for Minerva just because I prefer Telltale characters. So here are the pulls from my second region. What should I pull on? I'm going to pull right now. I got 6-star alpha last time. What can we get this time? 5-star Bruce. It's gonna be fodder. Here he comes, Dante. We're putting on Dante. Mr. C's pick. What we gonna get? 4 stars. 4 stars, guys. 4 stars. Here's a Telltale character, though. In too deep. I think he's right after Rose or something. I could be wrong. There we go. Here we go. Last pull for Minerva. Last chance saloon. 4-star. You know, we got quite a lot of 5-stars from this though. I did get quite a lot of 5-stars from this. So overall this week, nothing too spectacular. Well, we did get an Ascendable in there. I think she is... I don't actually think she's a dupe in the region I got her in. I don't mind Rose actually too much, but I'm not that excited about her, to be honest. She's not going to make too much of a difference for me. So the pulls, not a big hit. We did get some collectibles. I think overall, with the pulls that I did for Minerva, I got nearly a quarter of her as a 5-star. So basically, you know, I see myself as being on the way. You know, that's like doing 3 or 4, maybe a little bit more than 4 torch roadmaps. So I can't really be too upset. It's just, you know, one of them things. Didn't get any real luck, but that's the way it goes with RNG. And I base it on the worst thing you can get. And obviously the worst thing you can get in there is 4-star characters and hopefully they change that in the future. 4-star trainers would be much more useful, obviously, so we'll see what they do in the future with that. And I of course also did some weekly weapon pulls on my regions, and here those are. If it's a tough weapon, we're going for a slot 4 special. Like, we want to see dark blue text. If it is a strong weapon, we want to see light blue text, because we're going for stun and heal. We're going for the new tier 4 tier 4 slot 3, yeah. But we want crits. We got the crit bonus territories. We haven't been getting crits much. Oh, we're gonna get a crit. Come on, give me the stun. Give me the stun. I don't think it's the stun. Oh, damn, I wish I didn't look at the number, because I can calculate this stuff now. It's like, I shouldn't have looked. I should have just gone. So, yeah, bleeding when attacking, a better chance to cause 150 bleed damage for 4 turns to the enemy. But on this one, well, this is a new slot 4. This is for a tough weapon, and this is to make it so that if I take crit damage, it will daze the opponent, which cannot be disarmed, which is powerful. It's the only controlling slot 4, I think, except the slow one. So that it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Give us a crit though, please, Earl. Give us a crit, Earl. Give us a crit. It's gonna crit. Are we gonna get the dark blue text? Dark blue text. Every turn, for every 20% AP, healed 5% max HP. Not that great on a shield. Not that great on a shield. So that's gonna be a no, Earl. As it goes, that's actually gonna be a no. Thanks though. Heng Yen, 100% crit, Earl. Sort me out. Okay, we're not going to get a crit on the stun gun. That's alright. It's alright. I mean, you know, it's alright. It's alright. Saving the crit for the other one. Saving the crit for the other one. Going right now. This is the stun gun. No. We missed the stun gun. This is Heng Yan's weapon. This is where we're going to get 100% crit in it, Al. Isn't that right, Al? Yeah, oh, yeah. I can feel it, bro. I know it's happening. I hate you. I'm running out of Armory Tokens, man. It's getting mad expensive. It's getting to the point where I literally am not going to be able to craft once a week. I don't craft that often, guys. I craft once a week. Let's see how many Armory Tokens I've got left. 19,000. I've got 1 more week's worth, because it costs 2k to reset, it costs 10k to do it, and then 4k to do the other one. So that is literally 16k. So I can't craft on after this week. That's how bad the Armory Token situation is at the moment. So again, nothing too amazing. We have been talking about this recently on my last few streams though, in that I like to do these weekly weapon streams. I don't push weapon crafting too heavily. I do the basic upgrades between my streams, the 5% upgrades, which uses tapes and kits, so it's using the old items. However, my weekly ones, I want to do the best crafts I can possibly do, and that's going to use Armory Tokens, and Armory Tokens are nowhere to be found, and even in Survivors Club, I don't get any extra access to Armory Tokens, so I'm not getting access to the things that I need to be able to take advantage of something that I'm getting out of the Survivors Club. It's great that I don't have to use these parts, but if I'm going to try and go for these bigger crafts, I can't actually do that because the amount of resources I've got, Armory Tokens, is so low right now. As you can see, I've got 12,000. This is just to do weapon upgrades. We're not talking about me getting a 5-star weapon. If I'm talking about getting a 5-star weapon, right now that's impossible for me. Actually impossible for me. So while it is great to have those free upgrades, it doesn't mean much when I can't really do them because I haven't got the base resource. So it's kind of making Survivors Club have less value because they're not giving out enough of these base Armory Tokens. They're trying to sell them heavily. I did sort of lead on to the fact that it does seem from actually having Survivors Club, it's less of a good subscription in terms of it's all inclusive. It's more of just an entry point into higher spending, and the Armory is making me feel more and more like that, where I'm not really able to take advantage of that what should be quite a big boost in being able to craft for free with the base items, but it isn't because Armory Tokens, like I said, are not very easy to come by, and also the critical things like varnish and stuff are just so expensive to get in the League store. You can't afford everything you need in the League store. Obviously, you need gear, you just need too many things, and I think the base game economy is just like I say, massively devaluing Survivors Club. Other things happened this week as well. There was another event that took place, and it was another event where I got no advantage from being in Survivors Club. The pillows that you could only get from purchasing them on the side. Nothing was inclusive in Survivors Club. You didn't get 1 or 2 or nothing. So you didn't get any advantage from being in Survivors Club for being in that event. That's the second event in a row where I've not had any advantage from what I've got from this subscription, and that is a shame. Even just 1 or 2 of the pillows, which didn't actually give anything that good. I think it was just like a trainer or I think it was just some tokens of something. It wasn't anything spectacular. It would have been a good boost, and again, something else to try and make people think that at least Survivors Club has a bit of value, but again, no value within events so far for me. I also did the Survivors Club roadmap again, obviously, and I had some feedback on my last video, and this is kind of sad feedback in a way, where people are saying you have to save the bags to make sure you've got enough to not get RNG'd, and that's kind of sad that it's actually like this. You've got to use tactics to get around the mission RNG right now, which exists. Personally, I'm not going to do that, mainly because the top rewards are not the top rewards anymore. I think those missions kind of need to be updated. You know, the top things you can get in there are not the top resources in the game, so it doesn't really make much difference. If you get a gold mod, it's great, but if you don't, it's just like there's plat mods right now. If you get a tape or a kit, that's great, but if you don't, it's like, well, you need varnish and you need grease right now, so it's even worse. However, the cans are the top, and that's what I'm mainly aiming for. World cans are an issue for me right now, and they have been since the Michonne event, when we don't have as much influx of world cans as we used to. And I think it's because of the mission changes. There used to be missions where it gave you world cans, but now there aren't. There are no missions that give you world cans on a daily basis. The daily missions obviously are set in stone, and they don't have any can rotation in there at all, so it's slowly draining cans back from everybody. I've also stopped doing the Road to S roadmap for the extra 4 gold bars, just because we have not been told if future gold bars are going to be useful, and also this is very expensive energy wise. I did complain about it in my last video. Seemingly I had some bad reactions to saying this was too expensive. 60 energy is a lot. You know, 60 energy is a lot, and when you have to drop cans to get something done that you've already spent money to do, I think that's ridiculous. Maybe I'm the one who's thinking a bit strange here, and the people who are complaining about what I was saying last time, maybe they're right. But for me, I don't know, dropping energy on something that I've spent money to get would be a bad deal. That's bad value, and right now a lot of areas of Survivors Club are just adding up to bad value, and it is what I saw before getting Survivors Club. And it's kind of what I said. I wanted to just test it out. It's worse than I originally thought it was, though. From the outside, I thought it wasn't worth getting, but it's worse than that, because once you've got it, you're just sitting here regretting it all month long that you've got this pass, you know, that you're not getting the value you could get out of it. And it wouldn't take much of a change. It wouldn't take too many changes to get this to be like really good value. I'm not talking where it's giving you a massive advantage, just like you feel like you're not losing out because you've got the Survivors Club Pass. And at the moment, there's a lot of areas where I think I'm actually losing out. Like, I'm not getting anything out of it, and the money that goes into the Survivors Club just is useless. And I'm seeing a lot of comments on Facebook and people just cancelling the Survivors Club because of this. And like I said, this is the main reason I wanted to get this, because I do think this could be probably one of the best things in the game in terms of value. So that was pretty much week 2, and it was pretty much more of the same of week 1. We haven't had too much of a change. Most of the events that have come up have been short term, so there could be more events coming up where I actually get something because I've got Survivors Club, but we'll have to wait and see. So far, not so good when it comes to that part of it. Hopefully more Armory Tokens start becoming available as well, so I can actually craft with the free stuff that I've got from the Armory. Otherwise, again, that's a massive waste, and that is one of the biggest draws from the membership. As you can see on your screen right now, the 2 images it has here is his free 1x daily pull and craft without parts. Those are the main advertisers, and the craft without parts is pretty useless if you don't have Armory Tokens. So yeah, that's a massive loss there. So that is the end of my video, guys, and I just want to give a big shout out again to Mike, who donated on my live stream to get Survivors Club for me. He told me, you better get it. He told me. So I'm really happy to be able to test this out, guys. It's going to be another couple of weeks, and I'm already coming up with ideas, like I said in my last video. They're getting better as well, because like I said, when I test it from the inside and I can see how it works, the intricacies, it's very small things, but there's so many things that could be improved here. I think it could be really good. We'll see what happens. But thank you very much for tuning in, guys, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.